All right, let's go into United States, and the national debt is 4 times greater than what is officially reported. Again, it goes into it's about 170 trillion if you actually get Social Security, federal liabilities, and we've covered this on Mike of the Night quite a few times. The debt's reported at 39 trillion is going to break 40 trillion, and liabilities at 170 trillion. And future Social Security obligations 54 trillion. Medicare adds another 74.5 trillion. Federal assets about 6.1 trillion. And again, it's going to collapse. The American empire is literally folding right now as we speak. And making illegals great again. How much California spends on illegal aliens with Gruesome Newsom. So Gruesome Newsom, California is home to estimated 2.5 million illegal aliens, sanctuary state, and they covers their expenses, healthcare, all kinds of stuff. So what did it is? The state is spending 9.5 billion, including 8.4 billion from the general fund alone. This represents 25% of all general fund spending and medical, according to the California State Republican Caucus. The overage was driven by higher than anticipated enrollment, with the state spending 2.7 billion more than budgeted on the immigration population alone. So I spoke to someone that was an illegal alien in the United States. He called me on last Wednesday, and he told me that he went as a kid. He went to the United States, became an illegal alien from Canada, went to California sanctuary, and they forcibly deported him back to Canada. It's only for select people that are going down there, because that guy gets in, you get a good job somewhere, set up his life. They don't want that. They deported his ass back. They literally forced him back to Canada, or they're going to take legal action, and they're going to take away. He told me they were going to do a way where they're going to basically track his life down for the rest of his life if he doesn't go back to Canada. So now he's barred from the U.S. for 5 years now, according to what is written in his passport. So he can't visit the U.S. for 5 years now, right? Yeah. So, yeah. And this is an important one, guys, very important one, that the U.S. and the European Union will negotiate biometric data sharing. So they're going to start sharing your biometric data. And a European whose fingerprint ends up in the U.S. enforcement database by mistake would have to fix it through American courts. So this is really weird what's going on here. And Washington wants to run European fingerprints through the American database, and the EU is considering it. The Department of Homeland Security and the European Union are in formal negotiations over the arrangement that would give DHS direct query access into biometric records held by the EU member states, a level of access that Brussels has never granted to a non-EU country for border security purposes. So this is really, really weird how they're this one world connected, right? One world is nowhere to run to. And White House to submit 1.5 trillion military budget proposal amid Iran conflict. We told you this was going to cost trillions of dollars. Everyone laughed at me when I said that. I said, guys, they budgeted this war for a couple of $1 billion. That's to get you in the door. That's to sell you the war. Now they're moving into trillions. And I told you guys, oh, Mike, you don't know. This is going to be wrapped up in weeks. Weeks? We're past a month now. Again, like we've been saying and they took down my video too from 2012. They bankrupt you, they bankrupt your country, they bankrupt your family, and they send your kids to fight their wars. I'm saying it again. YouTube took that video down from 2012. I don't know why, but they took it down. But I'm saying it again. They bankrupt you, they bankrupt your country, and they send your kids to fight their wars. I coined that. Right here on Mike in the Nights, or on whatever I was doing back in 2012. But there it is right there. White House to submit 1.5 trillion military budget. Again, it's going to go into the trillions. And China accelerates military expansion in the South China Sea with new high-tech radar and island building campaign. Again, these fake islands they're building and this border strategic games. U.S. response. U.S. is spread out thin. The American empire spread out real thin, boy. And China's going to take advantage of that, and they're going to go into those reefs. They're going to go closer to the Philippines and go into Filipino waters, which they already are, taking over islands there to expand their reach. And yeah, we've been telling you guys for years, China's bad news, man. China's really bad. Okay, America's got this. Everyone's got but China, watch out for China, man. Watch out.